Well, kind of talking about that low resistance that businesses want, one of the major things that you've been involved in the last especially few years has been the permitting.
Sure.
Talk to me a little bit about that whole task force that you have been on and what you guys have accomplished.
Sure. Roy Buskirk pulled a group together of representatives from city and county, 2 from county council, 2 from city council, a mayor's representative and a commissioner's representative. And the purpose was to investigate and trying to improve upon some of the negatives we were hearing about the economic development process within Allen County. There were some people that were making comments that, it was easier to develop in downtown Chicago than it was Fort Wayne, Indiana. Things like that are a strong negative, a huge negative when it comes to economic development. And so, first of all, we wanted to find out, is there any truth to that? And if so, why is it so difficult? When we knew that our neighboring counties, granted they're much smaller counties, but our neighboring counties had huge successes, not near the quantity that Allen County's had, but they have had successes, and people have commented that it's so pleasant, it's so easy in Wells County or Huntington County or DeKalb County. So, why was Allen County being so difficult? Well, what we discovered is, first of all, Allen County is regulated by the federal government different than any of our surrounding counties, and that's because of population, which gets to density, which gets to stormwater control. The more asphalt we have, the more roofs we have, the more houses we have, the more people we have, all those things lead to the necessity for a higher level of stormwater control than our neighboring counties that are a lot more rural or farm ground, grass and whatnot, that will suck up moisture that Allen County's doesn't have that, okay? So that's number one. That is not only in stormwater control, but it's also in sewage treatment, it's also in water treatment. So we are held to a higher standard than our neighboring counties. So that's why it takes more engineering, it takes more planning in Allen County than it does in Wells County or Huntington County or DeKalb County. Then once we discovered that and recognized that fact, then we started looking at the processes. One thing we discovered was that the process had a couple stumbling blocks, and that is in regard to the city had standards, the county had standards. And even though they may have said the same thing, they were a different code number. And so if somebody was wanting to develop and if you were in the city, you had to do it this way, and if you were in the county, you had to do it that way, and just because it was so cumbersome. So that is one area that we tried to improve upon. Another is that we required actual paper copy, and I can't recall the number. It seems like it was around 20 copies of prints. Well, if you had let's say a Meijer store or a GM plant or a large project, in other words, that is going to have a lot of prints, a lot of construction plans, and our Our approving agencies need to have 20 copies of that. You're talking about a lot of paper and a lot of expense. And if there are changes made along the way, then you got to have 20 copies of everything. So the answer presented itself pretty easy in today's world of electronics: electronic submission of plans. So a lot of many little things have been improved upon to speed up the process, to align the standards, to align the zoning ordinances, to align the different codes. Building department has, the Allen County Building Department, has gone to a online permitting process where not only can I as a contractor, I can obtain my permit, I can request my inspection, I can monitor the process of my inspections online. I don't have to go to the building department. I don't have to call them. It's so much faster. It is so much easier. So a lot of little things have changed. A lot of little things have improved that have culminated to a much quicker process. I'm starting to get comments from my contractor buddies that say there is improvement. We still have a ways to go. There'll always be improvement needed, but the point is we're making strides to improve the process. That makes Allen County a much easier place to develop, even though we do have a higher level of accountability and standards put on us by our population.